Properties. Let's go in here, do this one. Okay, maybe now you can hear me. Sorry about that. I think the mic was muted or changed or something. Hello, Ragu. How are you doing? What's happening, guys? I'm going to give people a few minutes to get in here. So I'm in my new room. The connection should be better. I'm actually wired into my modem and router, which I wasn't able to do in my other studio. But in here, I have the ability to do that, so I am. Sorry I've been away, guys. There is a magnitude or multitude of reasons why I haven't been around. This past week, you know, I was really close to the hurricane, so I wanted to be very careful about that. So I wasn't able to do anything. I was deciding whether or not I was going to stay or leave. I wasn't sure if I was going to stay here where I was or if I was going to go somewhere else, and so I just didn't do any. All the content I planned for last week never happened. However, this week I have 2 videos planned as we're getting closer and closer to the premiere of all the shows. Okay, well, I hope you're okay, Chance. I hope anybody that watches my videos, if you lived anywhere near that hurricane, I hope you're okay. So, I don't really have much planned for the live stream. I just wanted to jump on for like an hour and chat with you guys, keep you updated on my channel, tell you what's going to be going on. Thank you, Abdul. I appreciate it. So I'm really excited about the seasons coming up. There's not like every time I want to do a video about something, I see someone else has done it and they usually say everything that I want to say. So I haven't been able to do it as quickly as possible. So we're going to worry about that later on. So I want to tell you guys, I got a new phone case. I actually got a bunch of phone cases, but I got this new phone case, which is the Flash logo for my phone. I got this when I was in Atlanta. I have a bunch of other ones that I wouldn't mind showing you guys, you know, one of the other times I broadcast. They're not anywhere nearby. So, but I got a lot of cool things when I was out of town. So, yes, I watched Iron Fist. I loved it. I love this season. I love the way it ended. I'm excited for next season. I kind of have an idea of the couple of stories they're going to do. So yeah, pretty good. Thank you, Scarlet Speed Force. The Gifted, yeah. So here's the thing. So many things are coming back. There's so many shows coming back. Everything is so close together. I don't know how I'm going to do all my review videos. Do I know who the villain is for the crossover since adding Superman? There's a few rumors out there. So I don't know for sure. I've thought about it. I might make a video about it. I'm not sure yet. I don't want to throw anything out there until I've done a bit more of my own personal research. I heard about Hawkgirl. There's been some disputes about whether or not she was filming for The Flash or she was filming for something else. So, yes. So Mr. Freeze's wife is going to be part of this season. So that's kind of cool. Hey, Finn, how are you? Hello, Theodoros. How are you doing? I suspect with the Batwoman property, we're probably going to see a lot of female characters on that series as they're trying to do something different with it. So, Mark, I hope so. I know I made a video talking about that somewhat. I would love like a TV version of the Justice League because the DC film universe is having so much trouble. So we'll see what's going to happen. Any news about Caitlin Snow? Nothing in stone. I mean, we know that she's supposed to be getting a big story this season. And thank you for the $5 super chat, by the way. She's supposed to be getting a big story this season, but I don't know much about the details of it. Again, there's a lot of rumors, a lot of speculation. I think they're trying to keep it as a secret. We know it's going to deal with her family and her powers and her father, but that's really the bulk of what we know. I'm excited for the crossover too. Yes, Chance, I heard something about Green Lantern as well, but I don't know if that was rumor or if there was some kind of like leak about that. Is Batwoman going to be Earth 38 or Earth 1? I would say probably... I would like for her to be on Earth 38 because that would add something extra for Supergirl. But I don't know. I don't know yet. I'm excited to find out, though. So I love this new space. I don't know if you guys can tell, though. The wall looks very similar. I don't want to move the camera right this second, right? But it doesn't have as much space this way. So it's pretty much what you see here is my workspace. But I have a lot of new, like, my microphone is literally right here. You guys can't see it on screen anymore. But I have a few things around my desk now. It's a lot easier to use. I have, a boundary over here. You can't really see it, like it's a sound barrier to make everything work a little bit better. So I like it. It's a little bit, it's got AC, so that's good. About the Atom and the Justice League, the Snyder version of the movie, I wouldn't be surprised. So I also have this hat. I couldn't decide which one I wanted to wear. Now, the reason why I love this one is because it's got Grant on the bottom. So I really like this one. This is one of my favorites. But I decided to go with this one, which is the actual comic book logo with cartoon on the bill. I dig for hats all over the place. So I find them all over the place. Let's see. Hold on. Wait, I missed something. Hey, Jason, what's going on? We need to do dinner this week. Jason Hallman. Any news of any of the shows being canceled? Not right now. Not at the moment. I haven't heard anything definitive about that. Let's see. It feels like it's going to be on Earth 1 with like cameos of Lois at Earth 38 beginning. And I have a feeling probably in the next 2 weeks or so, we're going to get more information about the crossover. So stay tuned for that. I do believe we're going to see something. Hey, DC Marvel United, how are you? Well, I actually was supposed to get my hair cut on Thursday of last week, but there was this little thing called Hurricane Florence that came through and prevented that from happening. So I'm getting it done tomorrow. So I was like, I'm like, there's pictures of me without my hat on. I just keep my hair really, really short. Do you think Supergirl's overdoing their storyline with season 4 being more villains and topical storylines? So I've made no, I haven't been shy about talking about my thoughts on Supergirl and the way they do their storylines. I'm not a big fan of heavy political stuff. And I'm not saying that superhero stories don't cover that, but Supergirl literally just, it's like a PSA. And Arrow has done this once in a while. I think Flash and Legends have been more successful with the abstract telling of that story, whereas the other shows have not done so good, Supergirl in particular. So I'm not a big fan of that. Hey, what's up, Lane? How are you doing? I would like to think Batwoman is from Earth 38, but I don't know. Hey, Jennifer. Yeah, I remember your name. How are you? Yeah, I'm going to miss Henry Cavill. See, a lot of people, I've said this in many of Paigey's streams as well, think that Wonder Woman is the best of the DCEU. But I, personally, loved Man of Steel. I think Man of Steel was, like, from start to finish, easily my favorite DCEU film. So I'm going to miss Henry Cavill if he's actually not coming back. What's up, Adriel? How are you? My favorite comic book character is The Flash, specifically the Barry Allen version. I know most people are fond of the Wally West version. I'm old school. I like Barry Allen. Runaways. I love Runaways. I wanted to do more videos about them, but since they kind of overlapped with some other stuff that was going on in my life, I didn't get a chance to. I'm going to try and be more vigilant, guys, with more reviews. Now that I have a new studio and I've got a more streamlined way to do my reviews, I think I can put more out. I overtaxed myself last year because my studio that I built had too many issues. So here, I'm good to go. Hey, Cullen Prime, how are you? So, my favorite Marvel hero, that's a tough one. I've always been a fan of Spider-Man. It used to be Wolverine, but over the years, Wolverine kind of became like Batman, in my opinion, which I'm not a big fan of, like a character that can do absolutely everything. I like when a character has a struggle or a flaw, and some characters, the writers just go crazy with them. So I would have to say either Spider-Man or Captain America. I like Captain America, particularly because of the MCU. Have I watched Cloak and Dagger? Finn, I watched the first half of the season, and now I'm going back, and I literally just yesterday started watching the back half of that season. Again, all of that happened around the time that I had a death in my family, so a lot of that stuff I didn't get a chance to watch it then. Spider-Man PS4. I played the first mission all the way up through the battle with that first boss, and I'm having a hard time with it. I like it, but I'm used to inverting up and down and left and right, and in that game you can't invert left and right. So I'm hoping that they add that in as a feature, because otherwise it's going to be hard for me to finish it. Because every other game I play, I invert the left and right input. So we'll see. If I had to guess what DC TV show will have the best season this year, the prediction of what we've seen in the trailers, I think Arrow's got a very promising start of their season, and I'm really looking forward to Legends of Tomorrow, because I think Constantine is going to add a lot to that show. I love Daredevil. All right, so let's talk about these pictures I have over here on the screen. So as you guys can see, this is the season 1 Flash costume, which I got tired of over time, but I've come to love even more as the years have gone by. So this is in the first episode of season 5 of The Flash, because we know that that Barry Allen is going to have to use this one since the season 4 costume was destroyed, because it is this, whatever is happening in this episode happens pretty quickly. So let me move through the pictures here. So here's my first issue. In this picture, and I know Paigey did a whole video on this, and I brought it up to him in a chat we had the other day, probably 2 days ago. You can see that the cowl that he's wearing right around here does not fit with that costume. That is the season 4 cowl with the season 1 costume. You can see where it's pulling up there. So I'm like, that looks really bad. And that's not the only shot that you can see that in. You can see it prevalently here, but in a lot of the shots, you can actually see it coming out from under the neckline, because that cowl is probably shorter in length than the one from season 1. They don't have that one anymore. The season 1 one actually had to be glued to Grant's face. But I do think that this suit looks so good now. I know I ragged on it quite a bit, but in the daylight, I love the season 1 suit, which is basically the season 2 suit, because I think the actual first suit is probably gone as well. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Turbo Flan. Captain Marvel set photos. We will talk about that in just a second. Let me get through my thoughts on this, and we will talk about Captain Marvel. Thank you for the super chat. And then here we have the suit from Nora. Now, I love this suit, and we talked about this when I did a video about the set photos for the suit. Apparently there's Speed Force symbols on the costume. Me and Paigey were brainstorming about this behind the scenes. We talked about it quite a bit after he made his video, and I said that maybe her Speed Force powers aren't 100% organic. Maybe they're not all in her body as a metahuman. Maybe the suit enhances her speed by using the symbols. Maybe that's why they're there. It could be that she has to use the Speed Force symbols to actually get her Speed Force powers. That's possible too. But either way, it was kind of cool to see the symbols on the costume, because I don't think anybody noticed those until these set photos came out. But I guarantee it's got to have some meaning to it. So I cannot wait. Cannot wait to find out what it is. I still like this costume a lot. I think it's a great costume. Let's see here. What's the next picture I was going to look at? What's the next one here? Come on, load up. Oh, Gridlock. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know how I feel about this costume. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of cool, but it's also kind of like, I don't know. What do you guys think of Gridlock's suit? What do you think of this right here? I'm not worried about this part down here. It's the mask that I'm most interested in. Any thoughts on that? Let's see. That's pretty much it there. Let's look at, let's do here. We're going to close that. We're in Star Labs, guys. All right, so let's look at this costume here. This is the Season 4 costume. I still really, really, really like this suit. I do. I really, really like this one. And the more I see it now, after what we have for the Season 5 costume, I'm going to miss this one. I'm going to miss this suit. It was just... I remember when we saw it in the episode where Barry traveled to the future, and we saw the first version of this, like the version before we got it in later in the season, or Season 4. And I loved it, and I still love it. I think it's awesome. It's just something about it. Just, I don't know. I really dig it. I know it's probably hot. It's probably, you know, he's got to like have like 20 people help him get it out of it. But, yeah. All right. So let's look at the Season 5 suit. Here we go. I get so triggered when I see this. I just hate everything from the top portion of the suit. I just hate the top half of it. Like, I don't really have a problem with the rest of it. I think the rest of it would be fine if the top part was actually, like, literally attached to the costume. But, man, it's just... There's so many things. Like when he moves his neck and stuff, you can see inside the actual suit. I'm not a fan of it at all. Yeah. I understand. Okay, so let's talk about what I like about it. I do like the design here on the arm. I like that the actual lightning bolt comes off of the glove. I like the colors of it. I think that's kind of cool. But I don't know. Let's take a look here at the poster. So here, even here, I feel like it looks so weird on the top. It looks so weird. It looks like, so what I think it reminds me of is a bike helmet. Like a helmet you would wear when riding a bicycle or something like that. But even those have straps that come across the bottom. So it's really weird to me that it doesn't have, it's so much open on, like his face is so open on the bottom. All right, so okay, so let's move away from this, and I want to talk about like the picture I saw that made me get the most worried about the suit, right? Here we go. This one got me the most worried. Because it's a still photo of an actual shot of him on set with Nora. She's off to the side, but I moved her so I could see the majority of the costume here. And it just doesn't... It doesn't do much for me, guys. It really doesn't. This picture pretty much explains everything that I complained about when I first saw when I first saw the actual. Oh, I don't know why it keeps doing that. That's the auto thing for YouTube. Okay, so let me tell you what they could do to fix it, in my opinion. Okay. Number one, bring back a version of the chin strap. It doesn't have to be like the thick, heavy chin strap that we've had every season, but something that comes down and around. It's that simple. That's number one. Number two is make the top of it thinner. Like, why is it so thick? It's not Grant's head. That's like padding from the helmet. All right, so the reason why it does not look proportional is because it is so skin tight. Okay, a lot of people have been body shaming Grant. I'm not going to do that. Grant is a thin dude. He's just lanky. That's the way his body is shaped. There's no reason why we should be making him feel bad for that, okay, at all. The reason why it stands out so much with this suit is because the suit is skin tight. So it doesn't look symmetrical in the right places. For example, they could make it skin tight, but do some padding in the upper area to make the shoulders more even with the rest of the suit. You know, they could do things like that to still keep it one piece, but make it feel more symmetrical and more accurate for the costume. The neck thing is a huge mistake. The only way to fix that is to bring the chin strap back, because the neck is going to be open and stretching in so many scenes because that's just the way it's designed. It's like a swimsuit, basically. So no, it's none of this is Grant's fault. I mean, he did have some say in the design, but he's not a costume designer. So the way things work in my mind is, if you're hired to do something for a show and they come to you and they say, we want you to do this, as the costume designer, it's your responsibility to tell them what would work and what wouldn't work, and then try to come to a compromise on that. In this situation, this suit works in so many ways, but then it just doesn't. Like in practical ways, I understand why he wanted it one piece. He wanted it to be easy to get it out of. He didn't want it to be heavy and thick and hot and bulky, and all of that I 100% understand. Now, you look at the boots down at the bottom. I actually love the way the boots look. I love the way the gloves look. I love the belt. I wish the emblem was a little bit bigger, but that's more of just a nitpick. I just feel like the suit is so plain in the wrong places. And I wish there was more actual... So, supposedly, there's going to be a lightning effect going around him while the show is on, like while he's on screen. That's the rumor right now. So maybe it'll look better with that lightning effect, but I can't imagine they would have that effect on him the whole time he's standing still. I just don't know. I don't think that would be... I don't necessarily think that is what we can expect to see. I don't think. Anyway, those are my final thoughts on it. I really hope that they make some alterations to the suit within the first 4 or 5 episodes, because I really hate that the show that I love the most has a suit that I absolutely hate, because I think that's a big problem. Okay, so we want to talk about Captain Marvel, right? You guys wanted me to talk about the Captain Marvel set photos. Let me see if I can pull up some of those pictures. Let's see here. Let me find a website with reliable pictures. See if I can pull those up. Let me see if I can get this to show up over here. Yeah, that'll work. All right, so we're talking about Captain Marvel photos. I'm a huge fan of the Captain Marvel, the new designs. I think this explains a lot. Yeah, these ones. I think these are the ones you're talking about, right? The ones from the first look from Entertainment Weekly. Yeah, I'm going to be up for the trailer. I want to stay up for the trailer release. But it looks like we are going to get... This is going to explain why Ronan was involved with the Marvel Universe in a big way. We're going to see a lot of the characters from the history of Captain Marvel and, you know, what's been going on with her since the... I believe that the majority of this movie takes place in the 90s. You know, and there's Marvel. At least I believe he's playing Marvel. I'm not sure. Hours. The trailer will drop in about 12 hours. Right? Give or take. Something like that. Maybe. So, a lot of people are upset about the way the Skrulls looked. I don't have a problem with it. I think it'll work. They're going to shapeshift, right? So, I mean, it doesn't really matter what they look like normally because they're going to probably look like something else. Andy says, you know, now that I think about it, they could do something with the Flash suit like they did with the Green Lantern. Be active as unpleasant. That's true, Andy. Yeah, the Skrulls are fine to me. Let's see. Oh, gosh. I love Ronan in this picture. I'm so glad that he's coming back. Black Lightning. I can. The Black Lightning, there's... I don't really have as much information on Black Lightning because I keep that in my... Like, I have the hashtags for everything, and if I don't see something pop up, I'm not usually, like, right on top of it. So if there's anything specifically for Black Lightning that you want me to talk about, you can bring it up. I'll be glad to give you my answer. Yes, Andy, as far as I know. I believe it is. So yeah, I love this. I love Marvel. I'm just really excited about this. I get this look. So a lot of people talked about the edgy, like 90s grunge look that she's got going on, but it is what it is. This looks great. Samuel L. Jackson looks really young. The CG in this, I just hope that it looks as good on screen as it does in this picture. That's my only worry. Great shot. This reminds me of Top Gun. If you guys have ever seen the Tom Cruise movie Top Gun, reminds me a lot of that, which is probably what they're going for. The suit, wow, just... I have to say, all the worry about the way the suit looked in those early set photos, gone. I think this looks great. I'm really excited about this movie. I want to see how they portray her power level. Because I think we're going to get this version of her at the very end of the movie. Like, I think early on, we're going to get to see her working with her team. And then we're going to see, like, the really powerful version of her at the end of the movie. So, I think it's going to look great. I'm excited. Very excited. Very excited. Some say that Nick Fury will lose his eye due to someone he knows in the movie will end betraying him, be a Skrull. Last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye. Yeah, that's true, Sam. That's possible. It's very possible. Yeah, Black Lightning had a great first season chance. I agree. I just feel like there wasn't a lot to really discuss. The show didn't have... it was pretty straightforward. You know what I mean? I could probably do a trailer reaction. I don't know how Marvel works with trailer reactions. I know how to work with DC, but Marvel might be a little bit different, but I'll try and do one. All right, so one last thing I want to talk about. Nobody's brought it up here in the chat, but I do want to talk about it, is Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker. Hey, Victor, how are you? We can do the Arrow stills. I'll look for those in just a second. I know I had them up in another tab, but the tab is gone now. So these photos dropped of Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker before he's the actual Joker. Okay, so let me tell you guys my thoughts on this. I was talking to Andy earlier, and we talked about the Joker briefly. I am not excited about this at all. Like, if there was a level of excitement for this movie, and this was 10, my level would be down here. Like, I'm not a big fan of the backstory of the Joker. I'm just not. I love the idea of the Joker being mysterious and being a unreliable narrator. So I don't like the idea of some definitive story of the Joker. I know there's going to be people that love the Joker that probably love that idea. I'm one of the people that I don't. I feel like the Joker is his existence, just like with Batman. The best part about those two characters is how different they are and how they play off of each other's weaknesses and strengths. So I don't even know what this movie is going to do. You know what I mean? I don't know. What is the purpose of this film? I mean, he's going to become the Joker at the very end, and then what? Then where do we go from there? You know? The Omega, yeah, here's the thing, guys. If you love the idea of this movie, then go out and support it, right? Support it because if you like them doing stories that are like Elseworld or one-shots or things like that, then go out and support it. I wholeheartedly agree with that. If that's what you like, then go for it. I just don't find it very interesting. Also, my favorite versions of the Joker are the ones in the zoot suit. The Jokers that are like gangsters, you know what I mean? They're dressed up, they're wearing the tie, they got the slick back hair, they're out, spending money. One moment they're crazy, doing some crazy stuff. The next moment they're at a club living life and being unpredictable. Ever since Heath Ledger did this amazing portrayal of his version of the Joker in the Nolan trilogy, everyone has been looking for the next version of that. That's what everybody has been looking for. And, Jared Leto wasn't well received by a majority of the public, and I understand why. But here we are again with what looks to me like an older version of the Heath Ledger Joker character. And I'm not a huge fan of that. Let's see. Amir, thank you for the $10 super chat. You said, crazy theory. What if Nora was from an alternate timeline where Barry's only child and the twins were going to be part of the new time after she corrects history, saving her dad, resulting in her erasure? So you're saying, possibly she has, whatever she's done has removed her from a timeline or removed a twin from the timeline. I think that's highly possible. I think that's totally possible. I would love to see something like that because then it would explain why she's stuck in 2018. Because right now we don't really know why she's stuck. She says she can't go back or whatever, but she still has her speed. So what is the reason that she is stuck in our time period? So thank you for this $10 super chat. You may be onto something. I feel the same way about Venom as I do about the Joker movie, basically. What makes the Joker, this may be an unpopular opinion, what makes him so interesting as a character is he is everything that Batman isn't. Batman loves to have everything planned. Batman is dangerous to the villains because Batman has a way to defeat them, or ways to defeat them, based on research and time put in to figuring out the weakness of the person he's facing off against. The Joker is so dangerous to Batman because the Joker is unpredictable. The Joker is crazy. He's spontaneous. Those are things that literally are the weakness of Batman. Batman's entire ability to do what he does comes from the versatility of being able to plan ahead for anything that could happen. And the Joker has always broke that mold with Batman. So I love the fact that they're connected as characters. I think that's great. A Joker movie without Batman is going to be so weird Because literally, what are we gonna watch? Is it gonna be a 2-hour movie where an hour and 40 minutes of it is about, Arthur Fleck leading up to him getting, turned into the Joker? Okay, I guess that's kind of cool. Are we gonna have, is the Gotham Police Department gonna be involved in it? I don't know. I have no idea. I know there's been leaks and rumors about what it's gonna be, but I just don't. I'm not excited about it at all. I'm just not. I'm really excited about the Batwoman show. I'm just not so excited about this. Scarlett says that the chin strap made it go a little, I think, work. All those identities quite closer to being known. He needs to vibrate season 1. Please. Yeah, Scarlet Speed Force. That's possible. Let's see. My plan of the day. Well, it's nighttime here for me. It is 10:37 at night. So I don't really have any plans at the moment. I got to work on my Supergirl season 3 overview-ish Q&A. If you guys want to leave questions for that, go to the community tab because I'm doing it right after this. So when we're done with this, if you want to ask me questions or have me speak about something from Supergirl season 3, you need to go over there in that community tab and leave it there because I'm going to go through that and pick out about 15 or 20 of them. Elizabeth, I agree with you. You can't have a Venom movie without Spider-Man and a Joker movie without Batman. That's exactly how I feel. Because Venom, at the core, everything that made Venom interesting came from his dislike and hatred and love for Peter Parker and Spider-Man. So I'm just like, I'll probably go see both of them. I mean, I'll go see this one probably, and I'm probably going to see Venom. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not sure. Sam goes, in all honesty, DC is starting to crumble now. Henry Cavill leaving Justice League in this movie will most likely be a fail. I'm losing hope in their ability to redeem themselves. I don't know if this movie is going to be a fail, but I don't know how they're going to market this film without having Batman tied to it. Yes, Venom has solo comics, but Venom, the core of Venom as a character comes from his connection to Spider-Man, to Peter Parker. So it's going to be really weird to see how they're going to make that work with this new movie. I'm curious to see how they're going to do it, but I'm not holding out hope for it. Any news on the Flash movie? There's Victor. There's always news about that movie. The question is, how long is it going to be legit and how long before it changes? Any news on Birds of Prey? Just the same old, rumors. DC has got a million things going on, and I don't think any of them are particularly set in stone. So let me tell you what I am excited about. I'm excited to see actual photos of this movie being in production and being filmed. That's a plus side. I'm excited to see Aquaman. So let's see. Anyone who knows Barry should be able to tell the Flash how much his face can be seen in their costume. I agree, Colin. The only way I see it work is if they have an all-out war with the villains. So here's my other thing, is I feel like the Joker movie is going to be like another version of the Gotham TV show. You know what I mean? Like a show where there's no Batman. It's basically the story of the Gotham Police Department and random villains running amok. I feel like that's what... I don't know, what is this movie going to be? What is it going to be? I feel like you're taking the Joker character, and unless you're going to, I really hope that they do a good job with this. That's all I'm saying. I'm happy, Legato, about Titans episodes dropping weekly, because then it'll give me a way to talk about each episode instead of binging shows. It is really hard for me to review shows that you can binge, because I'm not going to stop after one episode and review it. You know what I mean? So... all right, Jason, have a good night. Sleep good. Thank you for stopping in. Thank Theodorus. I appreciate it. That means a lot. First thoughts on DCU. Kind of in disarray at the moment. I love Jerome from Gotham. I agree with you on that one. Omega, thank you for the super chat, the $4.99 super chat. You said thoughts on Stephen Amell's wife being cast as Nora Fries or Nora Fries. I'm curious to see how she's gonna do. Because it's gonna be weird if we get like how many scenes are they gonna have together, and are we gonna get some kind of weird like chemistry between the two of them? Because usually couples on screen have pretty solid chemistry, as we've seen in the past. So I don't know. We're gonna have to see. Again, I think the characters that we're gonna see on the Batwoman show may end up being gender swapped or female villains from the comics. So I'm not really surprised that they're going that route, but it is going to be a little strange if they don't explain what's happening with those alternate versions. Like, is she going to be, you know, Mrs. Freeze, and that there is no Mr. Freeze? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm okay with it. I'm curious to how the on-screen chemistry is going to be between Steven and his wife. I'll have to say I'm apprehensive about Titans. I did download I have the on my phone, I have the DC Universe app. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. So I went ahead and got the DC Universe app because of the fact that I was a little bit worried about whether or not it would be worth it. But I have it on my phone here. And it actually has quite a few things on it. And a lot of classic cartoons and classic TV shows. So I'm pretty happy about that. But you also get to read comics. That was the deciding factor for me. Because if it was just old classic TV shows and Titans, I didn't know if I was going to want to, you know, if I was going to feel the need to get that service. But the fact that you can read comics on it makes it very much worth it. Elizabeth Fox, thoughts on a possible Hawkgirl return? Well, there's been talks of possibly getting the 2024 storyline now because of that, because she was seen in Vancouver. But there's also rumors that she was filming something else in Vancouver. So we'll have to wait till we get more set photos. Yes, exactly, Flashpoint. Who do you want as Batwoman's big bad for season 1? We talked about that a while back. I would love, honestly, just like a rogues gallery. I would like a season where there is no real big bad, you know? Like, I think it would be cool if we could get a season where there's just a lot of rogues and she has to fight them as individual villains. So you get I think there's a 30-day free trial, Laura. Like, the first month is free. Oh, it's 7 days? Yeah, I knew there was a free trial. I just don't remember. Sam, let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Hold on. Let me find that. Let's see. Arrow Season 7. Let's see. There's only a few on here for Arrow, I believe. Let me see if I can pull those up here. All right, so here's a first shot. It's only 6. So let's go through these. Here's one of Oliver in prison facing off against a lot of people. I suspect we're going to see a lot of this. I don't know if it's been confirmed exactly how many of his previous villains are going to be in jail with him. But this looks pretty brutal, so I'm pretty excited about this. All right, see you later, Mark. Sorry, I just saw what you said. Have a good night. Yeah, Cody Rhodes is definitely there. Cody Rhodes is starting his own, or started his own wrestling league. And so Stephen Amell and I believe, who else was there? It was a lot of different wrestlers from all over the place. But Stephen Amell and Adrian Chase, a.k.a. Prometheus, was there with him when he was wrestling, which I thought was kind of cool. All In, that's it, yeah. Let's see. We got another shot here of some of the rogues. Man, this is what is that, Brick? That's Cody Rhodes. And what is that? Is that Bronze Tiger? Is that Bronze Tiger? I didn't even realize that was him. Wow. That's crazy. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with him in jail there. Whoops. There they are again. So this is going to be like the leader of the group that's going to be coming after Oliver while he's in jail with them. So that's kind of cool. I'm excited for this, guys. I don't know about you, but this is going to be pretty dope to see Oliver facing off against these people that he's put behind bars. This is going to be so cool. I'm really hyped for this. I'm excited for the season of Arrow. I really hope that it's as good as it looks. It looks like he's talking with them, like maybe he's trying to work out some sort of deal. This is going to be so good. You know what I like about this too is that it's going to take Oliver Queen away from the rest of Team Arrow. So this is going to be really good, I think. Yeah, these photos look really cool. I wonder how many episodes we're going to get. I know they said we were going to get several episodes in jail. Yeah, Cody, when did they say that? Like episode, was it 5 or 6? Was that what they said? I can't remember. I read some rumors about it. Could Oliver be like a leader of a gang? That would be kind of interesting. Could you imagine Oliver Queen as like a gang leader? He was out by 6, yeah. But that's a good chunk. You got to think that's all the way, that's leading up to basically the crossover episode. Who is this guy here? Who is this? He looks so familiar, but I can't remember where he's from. Huh. I don't remember his name, but he looks familiar. Anybody know? Does anybody know who that is? Because I'm not for sure who that is. Hey, Caleb, how are you doing? I think maybe I've seen him on another show. He reminds you of Coville from Supergirl. You know what? I bet he might have a connection to, or he might be a tech guy. Like he looks like a computer dude. Like maybe he was a part of Helix. Stanley. Yeah. Season Big Bad. Okay, Sam, you're reaching there with that one. It's the new Felicity. There was also some photos of Felicity right here. Where's it at? Felicity, or there goes Diggle talking to Oliver. Wow. I have to say I like Felicity's hair. I know that's a weird thing to say, but I like the color in her hair. I wonder if she's going to keep it for a lot of the season or if she's going to take it out. Interesting. Mollis, yeah. All right, Superhero 2.0. Thanks for stopping in. I'm gonna be live for about 10 more minutes. So thank you so much for coming by. That's interesting. It looks like Felicity is upset. Not just about him being behind bars, but maybe she's upset about what's happening to him. You know what I mean? He looks like really beat up in this picture. So she's probably freaked out. He's probably worried about her because looks like she's been attacked. So he's probably worried about her, but she's probably like, no, don't worry about me. I'm worried about you, Oliver. Pretty sure. Does she have a nose ring? She's got a nose ring and a ring in her eyebrow. What? What's up, Paigey? Do I think Candace is going to get more screen time, Chad? I don't know. I think they're going to pair her up with Ralph. I actually think she's going to spend... I think Candace and Ralph are going to be... So, you guys want to hear my theory about that? Really quick. I think Candace and Ralph are going to pair up together. He's going to be running his investigation agency, and she's going to be working with him. That's what I think is going to happen. I think that's how she's going to become a reporter again. So if you don't like Ralph Dibny, get ready, because I feel like Candace and Ralph are going to be working together a lot. Paigey says Candace can't get more screen time, then she would become the main character. Well, Paigey, she already is the main character, right? I think all the shows are... I think all the shows are suffering from character bloat. That's why I'm excited about Arrow, because I think by putting Oliver in prison, they're going to be able to tell better stories. Did you ever buy your Iris Funko Pop? No, I did not. I actually haven't bought many Funko Pops at all. If Iris did have one, I would buy it. I've said that I think that Iris Funko Pops, the two of them that I think would be... interesting for Iris would be the Run Iris Run costume, which would be cool if they paired it up with a Nora XS suit, like a double set, or Iris in her wedding dress from, you know, that particular episode. So I think those would be okay. Iris in season 5, I am the Flash. So if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, which most of you probably do, I got attacked by a bunch of people because I was saying that people were complaining about not enough female Funko Pops. And then Funko says, oh, look, we're going to do a Killer Frost Pop. And then all of a sudden it went from being not enough female Pops to Funko Pop basically only selecting her because of the fact that they don't like Candace. And I'm like, this is just silly. So I got in a huge argument about it. And a bunch of people from that portion of the fandom came after me. And I'm just like... I don't care. If you're not over here in my live stream supporting what I'm doing, if you're not here to have a good time, nitpick the shows, and have fun watching them, then I really don't care what those people think about me. And I made them really upset. They're like, oh, you're backtracking now. You're backpedaling. No, I'm not. I don't particularly care about what people who don't like me think about me. Well, Paigey, it could have something to do with Apartment 4. I believe Apartment 4... what was that just popped up on my screen? Cody, I have a friend who's going to New York City Comic Con, and they're going to get one for me. So I'm super excited about that. Thank you, Chad. I appreciate it. We are Eric's Reloaded. You guys absolutely are Eric's Reloaded. What would happen if the Batwoman showed a female version of Batman, Bethany, Wayne, Bryce, Brittany, or something? Yeah, I think that Batwoman is going to be the female Batman. I think the CW is just going to turn her into their version of Batman. It's pretty much what's going to happen. Also, I've said this a lot of times. I like Candace Patton. I made lots of videos about her. I think that she does the best she can do with Iris West based on what the writers give her. I don't hold any of that against Candace Patton at all. But for some reason, if you criticize anything about Iris, all of a sudden you're criticizing Candace. And that's not really, that doesn't work for me. So... I don't get the apartment 4 meme. You have to talk to Paigey. Eric has the best gear. Do you guys want to see some of the hats I got before I'm done? They're right here. I can grab them and bring them over. Let's look at some of them. Okay. I have a lot of hats, by the way, guys. All right. Well, we're getting Sherlock Wells, and according to Tom Cavanaugh, he's the most annoying version of Wells. He has a really hard to understand accent, and he's going to be obnoxious. So I have this. This is one of my favorite hats. It's the Marvel logo with just, you know, comic page on the interior. One of my favorite ones. My favorite Flash hat that I have is the black Zoom hat, basically. I wear that quite often. Then I have a solid black Marvel with the green, which is kind of cool. One of my favorites. Then I have a Guardians of the Galaxy hat with a very cool shot of the Guardians on the bill with a blue snapback, which I like. And I picked this up at Dragon Con. You guys haven't seen this one yet. Superman hat. They had it next to Tom Welling's booth. So, yes, I have those glasses. Thank you very much. Wait, where was that at? Oh, Tawfik, yes. Now, this is one that I found that I really like and I haven't had a chance to wear yet. A Black Panther hat. How cool is that? Also, I got a set. They have these for sale at Dragon Con. It's the Black Panther Wakanda beads. And I have a certificate of authenticity. Getting tongue-tied. Authenticity of this. This is actually one of the ones that were worn on set. It's actually really heavy. They're actually very heavy beads. Then I have the, of course, Green Arrow. You guys have seen that one before. Then I have another Guardians hat. This one actually has the logo on it from the film there. I don't really wear this one that much. It was given to me as a gift, but it's kind of cool if you're into Star Wars. I haven't even taken the tag off of it. Look. It's a Boba Fett hat. I just don't really have anything to go with it. Maybe I'll wear it one day. I don't know. All right. That's one side there. And here's my other side. This is a Marvel hat, black and white, snapback with the Marvel logo, but it's got the characters on it. Then I have, this is another one of my favorites. It is a snapback Flash emblem hat, but this is leather. Which I like. I think that's kind of cool. Then I have one of my mini Batman hats. This is another one of my favorites. This is a plastic, or like a vinyl there, but it's a stylized hat. It's got the cool bill on it. Another one of my favorites. And then my most treasured hat. My favorite character. Thank you, Paigey. I appreciate that for pointing that out. My reverse Flash hat. I love this. He's my favorite villain of all time. Then I have another Flash hat here. This one's just there. Good night, Elizabeth. Yeah, I'm not going to be on much longer. And this is a exclusive hat from Japan. It's a Batman hat from Japan. I purchased it online because I thought it was kind of cool. Hello, Super Saiyan Jin Jabron. And then I have one more here worth talking about, which is a classic Marvel hat. I got this at Disney, and it's got some mixed up Jack Kirby stuff with some of the classic art style from like the 70s. So, and then of course the hat I showed earlier, which is the Flash TV show hat. That's a hard logo there with Grant on the bottom from season 1, I believe. That's a season 1 logo. I got a lot of other ones, but I'm not gonna. And then I got this as well, my phone cover with the Flash on it. I have a bunch of these, but this is the only one I have close by. So I spend my entire paycheck on this stuff. So my stomach is growling. I'm going to have to get some food here in a second. So what are you most excited for in Titans minus Hawk and Dove? I would say that's probably Cashew. That's probably mine too. Because I'm not too happy with some of the set photos. I'm hoping that we get an elevation of costumes. So yeah. Could you and Paigey confer before you guys spout your opinion? I'm not really giving an opinion right now. I'm just showing off my hats. So I don't know what that means. Time for Green Arrow goatee to start growing out for the new season. Your fans want it. Well, I mean, I could do a goatee. I could shave my beard, but I don't know if you guys would want me to do that. Twist up the mustache. Dye it blonde. I don't think that would look pretty good on me. Do I know who the real Word of Flash is on Instagram? Like, know of that Instagram? Yes. I don't know who they are. I don't know them personally. Oh my gosh, Paigey. What will my stream schedule be when the shows come back? I will definitely be live on Tuesdays to talk about like the whole week. Like what I'm going to do is we'll have Supergirl on Monday or Sundays, Arrow and Legends on Monday, Supergirl on Sundays, Legend Arrow on Mondays, Flash and Black Lightning on Tuesdays, and then Tuesday night I will go live after Black Lightning and we'll talk about all the other shows for the week. How's my day been? It's been pretty good so far. Instead of doing Wi-Fi, I wanted to connect directly to my router. So I went and got this Ethernet cable, and it was about a foot too short. So I had to go back out and buy another one. Other than that, the day's been pretty good. Yes, I'm going to watch The Gifted. Thank you, Victor. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Sam. TV updates. We've talked about everything I'm going to talk about TV related. We talked about Flash. We talked about Arrow. We've talked about Marvel stuff. We've talked about DCU stuff. I've pretty much gone over all of that already. What did I eat today? I went out and got something to make a salad, which I'll probably have after we're done here. I made homemade pizza, made my own dough, made my own pizza. So where did that little bug come from? So yeah, that's all done. I will probably end up making some sort of pasta to go with my salad, maybe. I don't know. Four-channel crossover is on a extended hiatus right now. We just don't know. Like, we've tried to work out a time to actually make it work, and it's just not lining up correctly. So we'll keep you guys posted. I know me and Paige will be probably doing videos every week or maybe every other week where we live stream together. And Boba and I are probably going to do some videos together. Ben has just got a lot going on. So, no shade. That's the way it is. Black Lightning Season 2, I'm looking forward to more metahumans. I think we're going to see more metahumans. So I think that's pretty exciting. I don't know what that is, Theodoros. Is it a food? If so, I'm not familiar with it. Most excited for an Aquaman. I'm excited to see the special effects. I will be honest with you. I'm going to that movie hoping for some amazing visuals. That's really, all you have to do is do some crazy underwater stuff, and I'm on board with it. Okay, Paigey. Ben is wasting money going to film festivals. That's funny. Scarlet Speed Force says, I'm a hardcore West Allen fan, but I'm not toxic like the other West Alleners. I respect the shippers and Supergirl's cool. There's not enough diversity. I hate things non-diverse. Scarlet Speedster, Speed Force, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't classify an entire group, but I know there are subsections of groups that like to stir up toxicity, so I'm glad that you pointed that out. Why do Supergirl video? Is that a question or statement? My stomach is growling. I need to get food in order to stay fat. It is growling like crazy. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I need food. So with that being said, I'm going to, yeah, I know Flashpoint. Exactly. It's already been an extra 10 minutes longer. Anyway, thank you guys so much for coming in. I wanted to test out my live stream over here. It seems to be better. No connection issues, as you guys noticed. So yes, it worked out. Everything's great. Thank you guys so much for coming in. I will be doing another live stream next week. Same time, same channel. So make sure you guys stop in. I will tweet out. If you want questions for my Supergirl video, which I will be doing right after this, go over to my community tab and leave questions there because I'm going to be making that video within the next hour. So there's not a lot of time to ask those questions. So thank you so much, and I will see you guys later on. Have a great night, and thank you so much for stopping in and all the super chats. See you later.